Hello. I'm here to make the words. Hello, Piroseki. Thank you so much for the resub. Ready to build letters? It's as easy as place your iFactory. Connect the node on your factory to the purple node on the purple bin. Click the play button. There they go. The eyes have it. Let's use a bender to bend the letter I into the letter C. I. Do I have someone streaming on another tab? Oh, I do, okay. It's like, where's that music coming from? It's because I still had Smite side stream open. Mergers let you join letters together to form new letters. Mergers can only produce complete letters that are right side up. For example, they will not create partial or upside down letters. Also, the order you connect the letters to a merger does not matter. Got it. Trying to figure out if I can move this around. So, okay, this is the merger. So this merges two V's together? Or two I's together to make a V? Okay. Global best is 2. Maybe we can save space by using just one iFactory. Shit. Okay. Rotators rotate letters. Imagine that. Rotators come in two varieties, counterclockwise and clockwise. We can chain operations together to create more complicated letters and maybe one day entire words. Okay, so I take an I rotate it. Oh, and then I would combine it with a... Okay, I get it. So... Okay. Reflectors mirror letters horizontally or vertically. Okay. So I'm trying to make the letter O. So if I take two C's and reflect them, can I? We'll do it both ways for the scoreboard. Okay, so our actual levels. Tip, dark mode. Playing in a dark room, not a fan of beige. You can enable dark mode in the options menu. Well, that looks nice. I like that. Letters have multiple recipes. Experiment. Okay, so I'm trying to make an A. So that would be an upside down V, right? And then maybe merge that with a horizontal I. So let's just try rotating a V first. Merger. That makes a V. And then I'll rotate it twice. And then an I rotated. Merge those together. It's like, who knows what that's gonna make? You're kind of on your own, buddy. But I could do this more optimally, right? I know it kept giving me some warnings about how merging worked, but I wonder if I can merge earlier in the chain, right? So all of you go away. No one likes you. A 7. That's how you make a 7. Are you sure? Why are you like this? I simply have to ask the question, what happens if this had been a rotator in the other direction, right? Like, I have to know this information now? That's a K. And I don't know why I'm surprised by that, because that would make sense. Trying to think of any other way I could improve the recipe on A's. So this is a bender tool. What happens when an I goes into a bender? It makes a C, right? What happens when that goes in there? Is that a question mark, or is that a what the fuck are you doing? Which other type of building? A reflector? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I can tighten up rather than rotating twice, I can flip. That's more optimal version of my original strategy. I was just hoping I could avoid having to rotate the eye. Best is 4 buildings placed. I mean, I can see how they got to 4 buildings by just like removing the duplicate eyes and the duplicate joiner, but I don't know that I want to figure out the timing for all that. What happens if I put 3 eyes into this shit? Just out of curiosity. Is that W? Is that going to be a W? Nope, that's an N. Okay, I get that. That's an H. I'm also not shocked by that one. Discover your first secret character. Oh, I got an achievement for discovering a secret character. Apparently, I'm not in a particularly exclusive club. 60% of players have found the secret character. Ox. Ox. So the question is, what happens when I join an eye with a rotated eye? Because that, I would expect, would give me something like a T, maybe? And then if I rotate that, maybe that would give me an X, but... Or do I need to join a V with a upside down V? that would give me an X as well. I'm sure only one of these ideas is correct, but I'm kind of curious. Okay, so that gives me an L. Right. We know that one already. Okay, so let's go with the other idea. We're going to take 2 I's, and that's going to give me a V. And then one of them I'm going to flip. And then join them. Yeah. My sticker book. Can buildings split the output? Yeah, I'm already doing that. This building is splitting the output, and this building's splitting the output. Oh, can all buildings do it? I imagine so. I mean, if I just wanted to cut down the number of buildings I use, for instance, I could probably just like have this one feed all of the eyes. But like if I wanted to reuse these, for instance, that'd be a little harder. I'd probably have to synchronize some things to make that work too. Cycles per box. 1, 2, 4. I assume that when it counts cycles, cycles are referring to like number of steps, not actual like pathways. Ivy. At least one of these is easy. But this one's going to be tricky to not overflow. If I care about overflow, this one's actually going to be tricky. I could do some things where I just like rotate the eye pointlessly in order to keep it from being an issue, but that might be a fun challenge for this one. I don't think I'm gonna, I mean, I may occasionally try to hit some of the best scores, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for all of them. So this produces a V. I did have a bit of overflow. Why does this one have overflow? Maybe that's not clear to me. I feel like I'm producing them all at the same speed. All the letters are being produced at the same rate. Does it matter how long the lines are? Like, I just want to see if this gives me a different score. The overflow is just the sum of the numbers up at the top in the end. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh. I mean, that's pretty easy for me to fix, though. If I care to optimize it. Wouldn't this fix the eyes not getting there too early? Not really. It actually matters how long these lines are? It's a little bit unsatisfying. It's too much. I accept these terms. Ooh. Bald. Is that just two D's on top of each other? Like if I make a D... What does it make if I just join this directly, out of curiosity? And it looked like it was producing just question mark. Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Okay. Now I'm imagining that 2 Ds should make a B. Yeah, okay. A was the annoying one to make. I don't like A. Me and A, we're not friends. Yeah, if you're not terribly concerned about, like, maximizing your efficiency, if you're just here to, like, jam out to kind of a fun little factory game, it really doesn't seem too punishing. It seems like you can really get away with some shit. That's a C. That's the wrong building. I am producing the A's too fast. I was producing A's too quickly, right? Yeah, I'm producing... it seems to be actually fairly synced up that it's twice as many. Like, this line takes a little while to get going, but once it gets going... or sorry, this one takes a little while to get going, but once it gets going, I think it's exactly twice as slow. These two are perfect. Can I speed this up by not sharing over there? I don't really think that's going to speed it up too much. Oh, actually it is. Now they're the same speed. Yeah, these three are all the same speed now. That's good. I can adjust their lines to make them arrive at the right time. So this is exactly twice as fast as I need. I need this to slow down, so I'm gonna put that in here. Yeah, lines can cross. I think this would actually be perfect if it weren't for the fact that the bee takes so long to get cooking. Yeah, I can get this down to 0 overflowed, because I think I've got the right speed for everything. Yeah, I was making room for my bee setup there. Okay, now it's a little too slow. Like, my bee setup is fine now. Shut up. I don't want speedrun mode. I want you to go away. I need to stop hitting escape, like that's gonna do what I want it to do ever. All right, let's see where we're at right now. We're extremely close. Who's ahead and who's lagging behind? It's the A that arrives first, then the B shortly after, and then D is struggling to catch up. Avinus, thanks so much for the resub. So the D setup can move. That's easy enough to fix. It's A and B that need to be sped up, or sorry, it's B and L that need to be sped up. So let's move L a little closer. A is the one lagging behind now. Wait, is A the one lagging behind? Hold on. No, B is the one lagging behind now. I think we're currently at 1 overflow because I have one too many L. Yeah. So if I tighten up... oh, if I slow down the L just a bit, right? Like down here. That, I think, will be just about right. That looks correct to me? We got it. We got 0 overflow. I think that's the only metric I really care about. Building's place is kind of like, I mean, I know how to fix it to make building's place smaller. That's not very hard for me to hit the max. I don't really care all that much about that. And cycles per box definitely is interesting, but I think letters overflowed is the most interesting metric for me. I mean, building's place is literally just have one iFactory feeding all of the machines, and then, and crucially, the most annoying piece of this is like, if you're going to have these mergers, like, have them all receiving a bunch of things and sending out a bunch of things and coordinate them, which I think that can be interesting, right? Like, I want to feed in things to a merger and have it send out along the correct path by like timing how it arrives. But it feels like the process of optimizing that probably sucks a little bit. QI. Let's try making an O and attaching a line to it and just see what that does. Because I don't know how we get a Q yet. I also haven't been using like these big mergers, and I wonder if there's alternate recipes that receive a bunch of stuff that I just haven't been engaging with. QI is a British... Well, it's not a game show, it's a panel show, but... Okay, that does make a queue. Cool. Alright, it's producing just a little too fast. I mean, this one should not theoretically be very hard to fix at all. Shouldn't this be enough right here? Cool. Why would you get stuck on a word? Unless you couldn't figure out a recipe for making one of the letters. I'm not sure what would cause someone to not be able to solve a word. I'm not trying to be like a jerk, like how can you not solve a puzzle, but like once you figure out a recipe for the letter, isn't there like no way to not be able to do it? Alright, let's just get across the finish line first with this one. I only have one of each of the rotators to pick from. What happens if you just put 3 eyes into the thing? Didn't we already answer this? Isn't this an N? Yeah, okay. You can't have a machine feed into itself, which is kind of interesting, actually. Because I think machines can receive inputs from multiple places to the same... No, it can't. Okay, that explains it then. Never mind. I had a reason why that wasn't a strange idea for me. But no, you can't do that. Okay. Yeah, it was just on sale previously, too, for the Cerebral Puzzle Showcase. I'm just trying to get the Y and the I to line up. If I can do that, then I'll be happy. It's pretty much good enough. That's worse. I mean, what really matters is that both, like, the second letter of one arrives after the first one of the previous one. I don't have to get them to hit, like, at the exact same time, but they can't be desynced by too much. Alright, so let's do X now. Would P just be a D with a line? Is that what P is? Okay, that's the recipe for P. They're being made twice as fast, so I need to slow it down a little bit. I think the easiest way for me to do that is probably to split this I factory right here. Yeah. So that's correct. Oh, there's a control. You can control Z to undo mistakes. Need to stop hitting escape, like that's going to do what I want to do. Okay, those are all arriving correctly. It's the X that I have to solve now. So I think this wants me to learn that I can make an X by taking 2 partially rotated V's. That's what I think it wants me to see. Okay, so this is arriving just a hair too early, so let's shift this whole thing down. I mean, if I just withhold the eyes, shouldn't that make it line up? Yep. I think we've done it again. Yeah, I'm gonna fight the urge to like try to optimize each one of those stats because I don't think that that's gonna be. I think that's gonna drive me nuts with this game. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna focus on overflow. I just want to get overflow right, and I'll be happy. I assume it's just 2 rotated eyes in a line. I know, I know. What can I say? I'm slipping. So that's probably an F. Yep. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm allowed to just rotate an eye and feed it into this and make an E out of it. The only other way I can see to make an F would maybe be to take 2 L's, rotate them, and slap them together. If you did that, my condolences. Because that feels like that would, not produce a beautiful factory. I could see that working as well. I keep adding this delay and like way overdoing it. I'm not trying to be a funny guy, I'm just like very stupid. Do I get bonus points for making a dog shit ugly factory? Nope. Just the way I was born, man. Just the way I was born. This is going to produce too many C's. That makes a V. Then I flip it. I merged the result with a rotated I. Now these may not all arrive at the right times, but they arrive at the right rate. They should. Do not arrive at the right rate. Why would these not arrive at the right rate? They're both predicated on 2 I factories. Guess it's just based on the number of eyes needed for those letters, right? Because this one takes 3 eyes. And this one takes 4 eyes. So I need 7 eyes worth over here. But these don't take 7 eyes worth. These only take 4 eyes worth. So a factory that makes both F and A together takes approximately the same number of eyes as the factory that makes a C and E. I mean, if you really want to optimize the overflow, it's really not all that hard. You could just have exactly the number of I factories you need instead of splitting them. Then it becomes a timing puzzle, but you get the right rate. Like here, let me collect my points for this real quick. Okay, thanks. So I want to put 1, 2, 3 I factories for the F. For what it's worth, I think this is a slightly less interesting way to solve these puzzles, but for demonstration purposes. That made a 4? Oh. Wait, why did this make an F then? Maybe because it's the only thing that could... No, that made it an H. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm not very smart. Not paying attention. Okay, now the C. Okay, not very hard. Like, this is kind of why I'm saying that excuse me? Oh, the V needs to be rotated. This is kind of why I'm saying, though, that I think that the, I don't understand how some of these puzzles can't be completed. I wouldn't be surprised if an issue is that as the problems get harder, there's just not enough room for all the buildings you need. Like, that got me 0 overflowed. Minimum number of cycles per box. Like, these two can be optimized together in a really boring way. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to not back up. I imagine as the words get longer and more complicated, like, you would not be able to easily just squeeze in a whole factory for one letter. So what do you get if you put a turned I? What does this produce? That's an L. Is it something silly like just putting 2 L's in with one of them turned? I can see how T could be tricky. Does that make a T? Nope, that doesn't make shit. I do feel like that should have made a T. For what it's worth, I do think that should make a T. Is it 2 rotated eyes and an upright eye? Is that gonna be what it is? It's gonna be something silly. No, that's an H. But that's not what I said I was going to make. I said I was going to take 2 rotated eyes. That's an F. Okay, so it does not recognize the distinction between a right side up and a upside down line. Is it maybe a rotated L, but then add just a horizontal line? That could be it. I mean, it would not be very hard for them to be playing tricks on me with how this construction works. That ain't shit either. Oh, that's because this, in my vision, that should have been rotated. That's nothing either. There's T. We got there. No overflow. Congratulations, Author Blues, you did it. It does help with optimizing overflow, thank you. We already have a recipe for P. It's D with a line. Which is actually kind of a tedious recipe, but it's fine. Oh, if you want to delete a building, you can just shake it a little bit. And it won't place it anymore. That's interesting. Just out of curiosity. Yeah. I don't have to add an extra step. I can combine them right there. Yeah, they're the same rate. I just need to fix the timing. N is literally just 3 eyes into a machine, buddy. That's the easiest one. So H needs to move back by a few, and N needs to move back a tiny bit. H needs to move back a little more still. Yeah, I mean, it'll save your recipes. But it won't save like a blueprint of the factory layout that you need. Oh, it actually shows you how many different recipes there are for certain letters. That's kind of interesting. There's another way to make an A. There's another way to make an O. I know how I would make an M. It would be 2 upside down V's next to each other, but I don't know how I would make some of these other ones. Oh, I definitely would like to figure out all the recipes, that's for sure. Secret recipes. Oh, there's another X. What would the other X be? If I could figure out how to just make a slanted line, how would you make just a slanted line? Interesting. Oh, it saves my factory layouts for words that I've done. Really? That's true. I haven't done anything with the bend machine. Outside of just bending a single eye. There could be something there. I assume R is just a D with 2 lines instead of 1. What options do you have for transforming letters? Well, all of them start as I's. And you can bend, you can mirror, you can rotate, and you can combine. And the combiners are the ones that do the more creative elements. Sometimes they combine in ways that's like, obviously, yeah, that's how that should work. But sometimes you throw a bunch of lines into a machine and it says, by the way, that's a 7. And you just kind of say, yep, okay, cool, if you say so. Like, I bet if I were to take, for instance, a C, and I were to mirror it, and I were to combine 2 of those, it's probably a 3, right? What does it make if I bend a C again? Is that anything? What? Got the other one. Right now I'm just fucking around with recipes because this is very interesting to me. I thought that would give me a 2. Okay. I'm now on the hunt for numbers. What would a 5 look like? It'd be a horizontal, a vertical, and a backward C? I disagree. Let's try a rotated L. Maybe it'll let me get away with it if I rotate it as an L. There's our 5. What would a 6 be? A circle and a C? Sorry, an O. I don't know why I said circle. There's our 6. And the 8's got to just be 2 of those, right? Yep. And a 9 would be a rotated C instead. There's our 9. Cool. That's most of the numbers, except for a 1. I still don't know if I have a good concept of how I'd make a 1. Can you rotate a 6 into a 9? I kind of want to know. I think it assumes that I consider that obvious. I at least didn't get another recipe for it. I can't seem to make diagonal lines, not in any obvious way. Combine 6 and 9, alright, I'll do it for you. You asked really nicely, and I want to do this for you. I'm sorry. The game would not produce the funny outcome. I'm once again being censored for my views. Will it be satisfied to call this the infinity symbol then? It will not be. If it doesn't have a question mark, it does not consider that a unique recipe. How would I make a 1? I'm not sure if I understand what other ways I could use the bending machine. It's like, let's say I made a V. What happens if I try to bend a V? Does that do anything? That makes a U. Oh. What if I had an A? I imagine a U and an upside down U, by the way, should make an O. I'm gonna test that theory right now. Yeah, it's got a question, or it's got an eyeball, which makes me think it's a... That's an H? Fuck are you on, man? What is your problem? That should be an alternate O recipe, right? Yeah. Disrespect. This is a disrespectful recipe right here. A U and an I should make a J, right? That makes sense. There's a logic to that. Okay. Does it work when it's flipped the other direction? Like, what does that do? Nothing. That's bullshit is what that is. No, the inputs are always... Can you bend an upside down 7 to get a J? Christ, I hope not. But an L, a rotated L being bent, I bet would give me a J. That's actually a really interesting thought. Like, just take the shapes I have with angles. Like, could you bend a T to make a Y? I feel like you should be able to, right? Bending a T should make a Y. Isn't there a free play? I'll just pick a level I haven't finished. We'll go back to Doctor, why not? So if I make an L, and then turn it, does that make a J? I disagree. Disagree, that should have been perfect. Alright, let's now try flipping this and adding an I to it to make a T. Oh, I need to... Well, what is this going to do? Question mark machine. Yeah, okay. So that's a T. What happens if I bend a T? That feels like this should produce a Y. If this doesn't produce a Y, I'm kind of bummed out. Yeah, okay. Oh, maybe mirror, you're right. You were right. The proportions matter here. I feel pretty confident that I can produce an M in both ways. I imagine it's a W and it's two V's combined. Upside down. Try the 7 now? Well... God, I hope it's not the 7. I in a rotated V. So you're wanting me to do what now? You're wanting me to mirror this and then see if bending that gives me a J? Christ, if this does. No, thank God. This should make a W. Yeah. And if I flip this, it should make an M. That does not count as an M. Does it count as an M if I rotate it twice? No, that's like its own thing. But a V and two... Wait, a V and two lines might be. There's an M. I was kind of expecting that if I flipped a V and then combined two of those, that would give me an M as well, but now I'm suspicious. Nope, that counts. Okay. Can you run a combined machine backwards? No, there's no splitter. Is a V in one line an N? Nope, that's a Y. Maybe an upside down V though? Yeah, that's the other N. I'm having fun just figuring out the recipes right now. Can I combine the two parentheses? I don't know. Maybe. Is 4 I's a W or M based on N logic? I don't know. It would probably be W if I had to guess. Yeah, there's 3 W, there's 3 ways to produce W's, and I bet I know what all 3 of them are. That's a W. And then the other one is probably, an upside down V. Yeah. The U and the upside down U are is a secret recipe? Oh, okay. Yeah, good, because I hate it. I imagine the one that I'm missing here is just like a T turned sideways with a line. That would be the other way I would expect it to say you could make it. Then combiner. That makes an L. An I on its side. Oh, I forgot to rotate it. T, and then if I turn the T on its side and combine that with an I imagine this is another way to make an H. I would expect that to make an H. Yeah. Is that another secret H? Another forbidden H? Wait, what? Oh, the bent Y here is a... And then I could do it the other way if I wanted to. So I'm missing at least one H recipe. Which is... 4 in a line? I'm really hoping this doesn't work, because I think this is very stupid to go back from a number to a letter. That makes a 4. What happens if I mix that with another line? I mean, there's every possibility that makes an H, right? No. No, this game is continuing to provide justice for me. Combine L's in all 4 flip directions. That's probably not it, but an L and 3 I's probably is, actually. There it is. What's this one? That's just a 4. An L and... No! No! No more 4 recipes! Just make loss. That makes a U. An I and an L makes a U. That's a convenient recipe, I feel like, right? What if I took a C and turned it and then hit the bend again? I feel like that should make a U, right? Like you got the shape right, but the bender kind of like cleans it up. That feels like that should have been a U. What was the secret recipe? The L and the I? That'd be a good recipe for V. It would only take one I factory to do it. Alright, what letter are we going to try to figure out now? I'm still very curious about this A. What if I put F through a bender, right? Like you have the letter F and it like shoves a part of it down to make an A. Does that work? Yeah, it probably is bent H. Okay, that's nothing. Don't guess too hard. If you turn out to be right, you might get banned for backseating. G is just a fucked up C and L, right? Probably want to go through 2 rotations on this, if I had to guess. Yeah. What are the mysteries I'm still trying to solve? I'm still very curious about what J I'm missing there. This one felt like the obvious one. And this one feels like the clever one. So what would be left? What else is a J? Is F just a T turned with one line? No, yes, that would probably work, right? So if I make a tea by doing the thing that I've done in the past to make a tea, which I know what that is. This is not my first time making a tea. I definitely make teas all the time. Everyone's saying this. If I rotate that to the side, and then add just a single horizontal line, is that an alternative F? It is. Okay, cool. The existence of hidden recipes like this one makes this feel like a daunting task trying to fill the recipe book. But it's like cool. It's very cool. What flavor tea is my favorite? Black currant. I infrequently drink tea, but when I do drink tea, it's black currant tea. So if I put a ton of I's into this, does this make an R? I feel like it should make an R. It does. Cool. And likewise, if I just make a P first, just make a little P. Just a little P. And add a line to it, that should also be an R. Okay. That is a hidden recipe. You're not helping. I guess a D and 2 lines also. Or is that one also going to be considered a hidden recipe? Okay. Are these ordered by complexity? It looks like they are, right? Like, they're ordered by number of steps? Well, bend is... I don't know that that's consistent. No, because this H1... Fuck. They're not even ordered. I was hoping I could, like, discern some information by the order. You have to make an H first to bend it. I guess that's fair. Like, it could still be discussing complexity here. Yeah, that's a good point. So what would come in between? A T, a backward C, and a line? Is that something? I feel like I'm gonna put all the effort into making this, and it's gonna be literally nothing. Tilt it over, combined with that, maybe one more line. This works. This is heinous. This is absolutely heinous. Thank God. Fuck. Sometimes I'm putting these together and I'm thinking to myself, God, I hope these don't work. Do you think it might have something to do with, like, tilting a U instead? Like, maybe it's just giving me the option to do it with a tilted U instead. Okay, so that's an alternate D. Let's see how that shows up. Does that show up as a hidden thing? Because I feel like we're about to go down a dark path. Okay, well, we can confirm whether or not... That's an alternate P. Okay. Hidden recipe. Did it just reorder the R's here? Weren't the R's in a different order before? I don't know. I imagine it's like... the devs decided in advance what the accepted recipes were, and then when they saw new ones they liked, they probably made them hidden. I don't know. I've become completely obsessed with, like, sussing out some of these recipes here. I feel like a lot of the recipes that involve making use of a U in some way are, I don't want to say frowned upon, but maybe, like, more likely to be hidden recipes is kind of where I'm going with this. That should be an S. That's an S. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I wasn't trying to do a pun. The O comes from combining a C and a backwards C. The U in the back, like the sideways U's, that's really interesting. Can you bend a sideways N? Yeah, a sideways N is almost certainly how we get a Z. I didn't even think about that option. And then putting it through a bend probably gives an S. Hello? Stop. It does not seem to consider that a Z. Which is interesting. Does it do anything interesting if I mirror it? No. But putting that through a bend might do something. It should have been mirrored first, I guess. Then put through a bend. Yeah, that's an S. Think only the mergers can create more letters? That doesn't surprise me if so. So if I had a V, and I turned it sideways, and I added a horizontal line, does that make a Z? It does. I have found a recipe for every letter. Congratulations, Author Glues. You've done it. I've got several Z recipes now. Nope, I just have the one, but I do have several S recipes. I feel like there's a lot left for Q that I have no idea about. So here's a V, and if I bend it, it makes a U, and if I turn it and flip that and feed both of those into a triple with a line, does that make a Q as well? Is that the alternate Q? No, that's nothing. That's horseshit. This was the S, if I'm not mistaken. That was, okay. How else would you make a Q? What if you had an S? Now I'm just fucking around at this point. What if you had an S and you added a backwards C to it? This is almost certainly nothing. But like, I'm just trying to think through the shape. Yeah, that's nothing. Do you get anything combining a line with an S? That's a dollar sign? Go fuck yourself. Okay, so I'm assuming... Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. I'm assuming that all of the number keys on the keyboard I know, I'm staring. I literally, my brain went immediately to the ampersand and said, you have to figure this out. How the fuck do you make an ampersand? You know what would be the funniest answer for ampersand? You know what would be the absolute funniest answer for ampersand? Is if it's an E, a T, and a C put into the funny machine. Well, actually, it would just be ET, but the ampersand was originally a part of a the ampersand originally came from the letters ET for et, which is Latin for and. The ampersand was born from shortening the characters etc. etc. into ampersand C. That's the history of ampersand. Yeah, it's a ligature for ET. I kind of just want to start there and see how nerdy this game is going to let me be. Kind of just want to see if it's going to let me get away with some bullshit. By the way, I haven't tried this. If I make a C and then I turn a... Does this make an E like the easy way? That ain't shit. Okay, so let's make let's try making an E and a T and just see what I can get away with here. I love how this game stopped being about building little factories. It was just like, I have to make every letter. I just have to make every letter in every goofy way possible. I discovered a totally different game inside this game. If this makes etc., I'm going to rave about this game to people. Oh, sorry, if it makes an ampersand. Come on. Do this for me. Do this for me. Boring. Stupid and boring. Try and? I will try and for you. Mostly because it's very funny to me. This game's got some pretty good clicking sounds. Hey, Chapel Boy. How are you doing today? Whoops. Did not click on the thing I wanted to. Chapel Boy, you're the dev from Concam Coast Pirate Solutions, right? I'm just trying to make sure I'm remembering the name correctly. Welcome. Yeah, the goal of the game is to build each of the letters at the top with a little factory by combining pieces and making the letters. But right now, I've found myself very entertained by trying to find all the recipes for the letters because it's like its own little mystery. Like, how do you build a B? Well, that's just two D's combined, which is cool. But like, now I want to do it for all of these missing recipes. Could you fit the whole alphabet on one screen? I'm trying to reason through how to make an ampersand. I have a few ideas, but most of them are kind of bad ideas. Probably not. You'd be hard-pressed to fit all that in one screen, but you probably could. There's a lot of hidden recipes for like totally non-letter stuff. And it seems to be focused on the number line on the keyboard. Oh no. Is there a equal sign? Can I do an equal sign? Thank you, Wizard Zed. Thank you. The last one's gonna be like 3 + 7 = 10. That would actually be a really clever final puzzle. Or one of the later puzzles. I really want to find one. I feel like if I could just work out how one makes a... So what if I... Okay, so what if I make a V? Let's start with a V really quickly. And then flip it upside down. And combine that with an I. What does that get me? Is that a... Is this a something? It's an N. I already had that recipe, it seems. And I can't unbend this, right? Like, that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. They seem to prioritize producing letters, right? Like, the bender and the combiner are not going to make, like, half-cocked things. They're going to make letters. So I need to... What I feed into it needs to be prepared to make a letter. And yeah, if you've got 1,000 ideas for like what recipes might be in the game hidden that I'm not trying, and you're really champing at the bit for me to try them, instead, you can support the dev. Game's $6 on Steam right now. I mean, I've already gotten $6 of enjoyment out of it, and I've only been playing it for 2.5 hours. I think Asterisk is going to be pretty easy. I think it's probably just an X with a line. Assuming this is even in the game. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I was... I mean... Am I jumping the gun here on... Oh no. The number 1 seems so far out of reach, surprisingly. Okay, that's an alternate queue. I kind of expected that. I'm not building another half-cocked machine of letters to try to make the thing. It's probably a circle and an A, to be honest. That sign, if it's in here, is probably a circle and an A. Here, we'll test that one theory. There's your @ sign for you. Could a 1 have an upside down T as part of it? That's not a terrible idea. Yeah, I could try that. Sure, why not? I'm trying to move fast and I keep like... Place 500 buildings. New achievement just dropped. This could make a 1 maybe? This is a pretty cockamamie 1. Yeah. That's just a plus. Oh, you mean like go into type a word and see whether or not this allows you to do it? Like, can I confirm that certain things aren't possible? Like... Oh, I can't even think of how to make something that's not something. Hundred and 63 other players have done this word. Letter machine broke. Okay, so like what's... It won't let me type a backslash. Won't let me type a pipe character. Okay, so I'm confirming... So tilde is in here. Exclamation point's not. @ sign is. Octothorpe is. Dollar sign is. Percent sign. No caret. Ampersand is. Is it an 8 and a sideways V? That feels like that's probably what it wants from me. Asterisk is not in here. Good. It means that I'm very smart and that it's the game that's wrong. No underscore, no hyphen. Equal sign and plus sign are in. Colon? Nope. No semicolon either. No less than or greater than. Slash, comma, period. Alright, so I think we've kind of narrowed down what things are in here. Let's make an 8. Let's just test this theory. Because if it works, then good, and if not, we can move on from this idea. There's your ampersand. I'm the first person to ever build an ampersand. Can I try the yen symbol? I can't type it, but I could try. There, let's give people something to work toward. An 8 and a sideways V. Let me test whether or not copy and pasting even works, and then... I cannot copy and paste symbols in here. Backwards S in a line. Let's try it. It's a V, we bend it, then we turn it both directions. Combine them, that gives us an S. So you want a backwards S. So like this. And a line. And you think you're gonna get an ampersand out of that? I don't think so. Get real. Yeah, I can try that. Nope. There's your dollar sign. Percent sign should be easy, right? It should just be two O's and a two O's and a line. Yeah. Yeah, let me actually confirm that. That's a good question. The number 1 is right there, baby. All you gotta do is make the number 1. How hard could it be? It's just the number 1. Oh, actually, can you do a 0? Zero, I actually think I might have an idea for. Let me confirm. Oh no, that's H. Fuck, I don't have an idea. I got nothing. Fresh idea machine broke. That's an S. I could do the two, parentheses. Or I could just bend an O. That might be it. It might just be a bent O. That's the 0. Yeah, you'd have to set up the plugin that allows you to simultaneously stream to 2 places. If you're going to play it on an emulator, just sharing your screen via Discord might just be the easier route. But yeah, I'd be happy to help you set that up if for some reason my side stream is the better option for you. Okay, so I haven't done the Octothorpe yet. Let's do that. There it is. I just don't have a lot of ideas. I can try the 7 recipe and maybe try bending that and see if that does anything. We already tried that, right? We already tried taking the 7 and bending it. Did that actually work? We bent an upside down 7 for a J? Jesus Christ. If that worked, it didn't give it to us. I'm less suspicious of a strategy that involves turning hidden recipes into hidden recipes, right? Like I'm suspicious of turning a 7 into a J because that's like coming back from a hidden recipe, but I'm not suspicious of turning a 7 into a 1 because that kind of makes sense to me. I don't know why that makes more sense to me, but it just does. And we did try this, right? Like that happened. Yeah. Plus an upside down T. That does make sense. That could be it. Question mark is kind of like, holy shit. Holy shit, what if it's a bent question mark? Oh my god. I wouldn't be shocked if that works. Would be shocked if that works. But like, also I wouldn't be? That'd be very funny if you can bend a question mark into something. That would have been very funny to me. There would have been some serious giggling going on. I would have giggled left and right. You got no idea. Tilde? I still kind of expect tilde to not be that difficult. I mean, let's hit it. If my idea is right, this one's easy. Nope, that's a no. Maybe just like a bent sideways S is probably my other idea. Bent sideways mirrored S. Now this is not the right orientation for a tilde, but if I now mirror it and then do the bend, there's tilde. The parentheses are just C's that get bent a second time. So here's an L. Then we flip it. That gives us a T. Then we flip that. And you want me to add on a V that's been rotated, which I think that has merit. Let me try this orientation first, actually. But I think your idea has merit. That's not it either. That's a 7. That's an N. And now I'm curious what that makes. That's just another recipe for you. Cool. An easier one. I tried that already. What if we subtract 7 from 7 to make 0? Well, there's no subtraction mechanic. Apostrophe doesn't seem to be in the dictionary. Sure does. I'd like to figure out how to make a 1. Am I underthinking this? Is this like actually I need more eyes? What if it's... So this is a V. Flip that, it's upside down. Feed that into the machine. Also, a few more eyes. What do you get if you... That's a W. Double rotate L. I'll try it, why not? Feel like it's kind of open season for suggestions at this point. Can't put the cork back in that one. So let's just try some of these ideas. That's just a new T. That's a different type of T. Which is fine. That's the black currant. Never understood people who were into Is it Earl Grey or English breakfast? One of them smells like Fruit Loops. I don't know that I've ever drank it, but it smells like Fruit Loops, and I do not understand the appeal of that, of drinking Fruit Loops tea. It's the bergamot. You never drink Fruit Loops milk? I don't use milk in cereal. I find it vile. Oh, I bet that's good, Sharfers. I bet I would like raspberry tea. I like black currant. Black currant tea is my favorite. That's my go-to. I just it's not the milk. I don't dislike milk. It's that I have a real issue from a sensory perspective with soggy bread and grains, and putting milk in cereal is basically just a race against a 60-second clock. Yeah, tomato seems to be everyone's go-to for, like, texture issues. I know a ton of people who just are really, really have issues with the texture of fresh tomato. Sky won't eat fresh tomato. She refuses to. She loves tomato sauces and stuff, but she will not eat a fresh tomato. I don't have any texture issues for the most part. Aside from like really strange foods that I'm really unfamiliar with, texture is rarely a concern for me. It's soggy breads and cereal grains that I have an issue with. I don't like put sauces on sandwiches. The only reason why I eat mayonnaise on a sandwich, and just a tiny amount, is just because it gives an oil barrier for the bread. I didn't learn that lesson until I was much older, that even though I don't particularly care for mayonnaise, that it saves bread for me. I'm fine with French toast. It's strange because, like, you would think that I would have real issues with it, but, like, I know it's supposed to taste that way. Like, that is the expected texture, and so I'm fine with it. I don't know why I'm the way I am. My brain is broken and I have no explanation for why I am the way I am. How the fuck do you make a 1? Like... I think I tried that already. Let's try it again, because I can't remember. I think it just says no. Yeah. That's just a no. Bend a T? Bending a T makes a Y. We've already established that one. See, I like the texture of pear, so like I don't understand that one, but I also get sensory issues. Can I make a plus in the world? Can I make a plus in a world where I and sideways I makes an L? Yeah, we made a plus already. It was a T and a line, And it gave me a plus out of it. I only learned in more recent history that there are people who eat the skin of the kiwi. And I think that those people are incorrect. But also, I eat lemons whole, so like, I don't think I have any room to talk. I can't do with lime. Lime rind is too bitter, but lemon actually, I find eating a lemon with the skin and the rind is quite pleasant. It mellows it out a ton. Does it insist the one has series, or is it just an overbent same flipped L? I don't know. I feel like I've tried a few different things and we haven't landed on it yet. Let's go back to L and fuck around with that, because that might be the correct path. So let's do the obvious thing and rotate this bad boy 2 times and see if that gives us something when we bend it. Have I just been overthinking this one? Yeah, that's 1. There it is. We found it. We made that really complicated, and I'm pretty sure more than one person suggested that exact answer several times, and I probably, like, tried other things and forgot. I bet just a T and a line also does it. Like, I don't have to rotate the T. Can you basically do this with every fucked up rotation of a T? So that one's an F. That's also a plus. So the one rotation that makes sense to give an F gives an F, and all the other ones basically give a... Oh, Master of Secrets. Discover all secret characters. Oh, so that's all the secret characters there are. That doesn't mean we have all of the recipes for them. There might be other ways to produce them. But I just got an achievement for finding all the secret characters. Yep, we got one. Just bending and rotated L. This is Drex. It's this is very much a game laser targeted for me, and me specifically. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. We might as well, like, go for it, right? Like, is now the time to try to find all of the recipes? I mean, certainly we can't guarantee we'll have found all of the hidden recipes, but we could try to at least complete the blank entries. I've got a lead on a few bees. I know where to get a few bees. I know a guy. That's a B. That's a B. Yeah, that's probably true. A lot of the recipes for Q are probably just the constituent parts assembled in different ways. Like I've got this one. What if I took the U, did that, fed both of them in there with an I. Okay, that's nothing. So we know that this makes a Q. Sorry. Did I assemble that wrong? I did. So we know that makes a Q. Is the other thing that I could rotate an I and that also counts as valid for a Q? Okay. That would be useful if you already had rotated I's being produced. It's got to just be an O and a sideways I then, right? That's the one I'm missing here. Okay, so I have all the listed Qs. R is still missing one, but... I'm going to assume that the thing that's missing here is something that takes 3 inputs. I know that that hasn't been consistently the case, but you can combine up to 4 things, correct? I have one idea for something that could be R. Thought putting a lid on a K might do it. Well, if the lid were curved, unfortunately we don't have the power to accomplish that. Sadly, we just lack the technology to curve anything. if it were purple? What happens if you bend a K? Does that make anything fun? That makes an X. I mean, I get it, I guess. That's the X I was missing. Okay. What does a C and a horizontal line mean? I was hoping this would make, like, if I had a C, I thought adding a horizontal line to this would do something fun. And I don't think it did. Bullshit. Disagree. I don't feel like this recipe list is consistent though, because bend H is below the other recipe for A here. So like I don't think bend is always listed first. That's nothing? I also have a suspicious number of missing E recipes. I would not be surprised. I would be surprised, but I'm curious. I feel like I have to try it, whether or not I can make a 3 and an I into a B. I don't think it should be in the dictionary, but... that did make a B. But not... so, if I combine it first into a 3. Does that work? Okay, yeah. I mean, by all rights, that should have worked if it allowed you to come back from those hidden recipes, but it does not seem to. Oh, I could start with a P. That would probably do it, right? That makes a B. So the last one's probably just using a sideways U instead. That's a B. Okay, so I have all the listed Bs. How else could you make a C? That's another C. Okay, an L with a top bar. That's a hidden one. That's not the one I'm looking for. Get back in there. That's a T. How else are you gonna make a frickin' C? It's a secret M recipe. That's the M they don't want you to know about. What if J were like backwards C but then bend it in order to like unbend, since that's been kind of a theme? So like I have this, and then I flip it, and then I bend it? Uh-huh. I mean... Okay. I haven't. That makes nothing. A great many keyboard characters, including some characters you might not expect. I would have expected that to go back to Z, personally. All of the numbers are here. Some of the characters on the number row, like octothorpe, %, $, are in there. And then all the letters. You can make a tilde. It's a little annoying, but you can make it. There you go. There's a tilde. It is an S that's been rotated, then flipped, then bent. It's an easier route to a U, thank God. Because otherwise U's a bit of a pain. Out of curiosity, can you get to a C by bending a sideways U? Does that work? No, nothing. Nothing. This C is eluding me right here. Well, depending on how likely it is, then I don't want to hear it. If you are so very certain, then that makes me less interested in it. Still got a few recipes hanging on for dear life, huh? I feel like I can clean up some of those Z's at least. No. We already have that one in its K. Oh. Okay. Now this makes me curious. Okay. That makes sense. We're not missing a ton, but the ones we are missing are damning. It's not that. This is how many levels I got to before I got sucked into the recipe book. Not very far. What do you mean by stickers for funsies by merging O and X? Like one of the words was ox, if that's what you mean. And when I made ox, it gave me a sticker for it. So the levels themselves are trying to, not just trying to make individual letters, you're trying to make whole words. So you need to build a machine that builds the whole word. I've just gotten very sucked into finding all of the hidden or all of the recipes for each letter because they're a secret. You're not told the recipes before. You have to reason through them. I guess the other G might just be a C in 2 lines. I might just be overthinking this. Yeah. That's the G I was missing. Does a C in 1 line make something? No. That's the other J, is just a tilted C. That should have been obvious to me. A rotate C and a U, or vice versa, have been allowed to be substitutions for each other in most cases. So I can probably do like a sideways T. So let's make a T. Combine that with 2 sideways I's. That probably makes an E also. Likewise, if I have just an L, 2 sideways lines. Yeah, that should be an E, but whatever. So I'm only missing 1 E recipe. Is it an equal sign and then the things that I need? That could be it. Is this... This is gonna be a hidden recipe, isn't it? It is. Fuck. I should have known because that involved a hidden character. Yeah, me too. This is the first example we've had of a letter recipe including a hidden character, right? What other combinations could even make an E? Maybe bending a W? Let's turn on its side? This is getting heinous. Nope. That's an alternate way to make an M. There's both hidden recipes? You've got to be kidding me. I'm getting nowhere out here. Did I try an equal sign and a sideways T? I didn't, but I could. Or an equal sign and a sideways, or an equal sign and an L. There's a few options there that I could play with. Yeah, that's on the other page. There's an E. That's also going to be a hidden recipe, right? Everything that involves an equal sign is going to be a hidden recipe. I mean, I don't mind unlocking them, but they're not going to be the bespoke answer we're looking for. Okay, I did not like that one. It's not particularly fond of that one either. Okay. It's good that the equal sign's fairly versatile, though. I mean, this gives me some resources to play with. alternate H. Just looking for any recipe that's going to take advantage of the equal sign. Kind of expected that to give me an N, but I'm not shocked it didn't. Possibly. I feel like it should have. I feel like you were onto something there. Yeah, I was just trying that. Oh, I think I just saw the possibly obvious answer for C. Yeah, that's the one I was missing. Nice. I'm glad I was able to confirm it for you. So why does this not make a F? Because that makes a T. I keep hitting the same spot where I'm like, how does that not make an F? And then I find out it's a T. Basically, I'm on loop for the rest of my life. Bet if I make two J's and put them back to back, that'll give me a U. That feels somewhat obvious. We're gonna make a U the long way. Maybe. Yep, that one works. Oh yeah, that reminds me what my other idea for F was. A long time ago, I spoke it into existence. And then I never tested it and forgot about it. Yeah, it's a really cute game, Egrets. This is not the main mechanic of the game, but like I've gotten so fixated on trying to figure out all the recipes out of the dictionary. It makes a U? I already had that recorded? I was literally trying that for a U. Oh, it's the hidden one. I wasn't even looking at the hidden one. That's on me. Is that a hidden one? No. Why is this hidden, but that's not? Explain that, scientists. You can't. Can I bend a Y back into a T? Is that the one I'm missing? No. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here. I've been streaming long.